sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping. Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sipping with Sammie. I am Mr. Flash It Only, the one and only Sipping with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together. Absolutely. It's another Thursday, 4 p.m. because we love happy hour. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and all that fly shit, man. Today is another great episode. I'm honored to have my next guest here. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, pressure man. Yeah, that's me.
See, I needed to hear that. Because I wasn't going to get it right. Yeah, man. What's up with you? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. No problem.
Your energy on the last joint was dope, so it's an honor to be here.
I appreciate that. The last joint he's referring to, we was on the Philly 4 Horsemen podcast. Shout out to them and everybody in their situation. Really dope podcast, really dope group of people. And we had a hell of a night over there that night.
Yeah.
Maybe move your mic up a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely a good night.
Yeah, and one thing I remember from that night, and it stuck out to me, multiple times you said, I'm coming to sip with Sammie. Like, when you first sat down, you said it, and then you kept saying it, and I was like, I gotta have a homie through, because me and you was chopping it up, but, you know, there's a lot of voices in the room, so we ain't get to really get into everything. But what made you say, yeah, I'm coming to sip with the homie?
Just the energy, the vibe, and like the questions that you was asking too. To my brother that was here, you paid attention to a lot of the conversation that wasn't being spoken. So, you know, that type of energy and that type of focus, that's how I am. I pay attention to the energy that's in the room. So yeah, I had to come sip. You looking at shit that ain't even be spoken to. Then your sidebar was shit that should have been said. Like, so you was paying attention. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go sit down.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate that you recognize that mean you observing as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, one thing that's in the room that we can't ignore, there's a big ass piece on your neck that say 350 pressure.
Yeah, man.
Explain to people what that is, man.
350 pressure. It take 350 pounds of pressure to crack a coal into a diamond. And if you apply that to your life, and no matter what situation you apply that pressure, then you ain't got no choice but to shine. So without pressure, there ain't no diamonds.
I heard that, and I like that. So what makes you take on that as a mantra for you? Like, what did you go through that picked up, like, you know what, I'm a diamond because of this shit, like, gave you that outlook? And
when I made it out of Puerto Rico.
Talk about it.
I got booked in Puerto Rico. Bayamon 705. Over there, the gangs run the block. I'm a Philly nigga, like, like what? And get over there, and out of the whole time, I might have been there for 30 days. I fought 21 days for all type of dumbass shit that I don't care about. So I don't even eat pork. But the nigga took the pork chop off my joint. I had to move. Outnumbered, whole nine. Made it out of that. I remember calling my brother, and I told him, like, yo, I'm about to die, bro. Because I had, you know, shaved my mustache, shaved my head. Went to the barbershop, told him to cut it all off. Ripped my shirt. Got my wax, and I was just ready. And then as I'm about to walk on the block, they called me for discharge.
That's crazy.
The fucking marshal came, and I was like, damn.
But you was on your war shit, like Omar when they put the books on him and all of that shit. You was in go mode.
Yeah, cause like y'all not about to keep fucking me up. We not about to keep doing this.
I've been through a week like that outside. I can't imagine going through that shit.
Like, y'all not about to keep beating the shit out. We not doing this. Like, and then like they don't speak English. The phone system is in Spanish. I couldn't even call home. Yeah. It just so happened. Shout out to Whitney.
Shout out to Whitney.
I used to mess with her in Texas. And the global tel bounced from Puerto Rico to the Texas line that when I was locked up. And she answered the phone. And I'm like, wait, don't hang up. I'm like, I need you to call my folks. And then my cousin who's in the Navy, you know, pulled some strings, the embassy. Then they came and got me after he made the call.
There's a whole lot of shit that ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like it's set up for that not
that
to
shit
happen.
was crazy, bro.
But see, we skipping some shit. How the fuck did you? Why was you in Puerto Rico? Why you get booked, bro?
I was on a cruise, chilling with the fam. Freaky ass boy keep splashing in the water and all this cool shit, right? I asked him to chill. He keeps splashing in the water. I say, yo, you jump in this water with your Speedos on again, like, I'm gonna steal you, like, it's real shit. He splash, I pop in, go to the room. No, they came and got us, take us down. That shit on the Titanic is real. It's jails under these boats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Take us to the jail under the boat. We chilling. They let him out. They ain't come open my fucking gate. So I'm looking like, oh, fuck. Turnkey, fuck is you doing? He like, no, Bucks County said, hold you. Hold me? I hate boats now because of this sound right here. When that cruise ship pulled off, I knew it was real. And that shit, and when I was locked in a Puerto Rico station, and that boat pulled off, I said, yeah, shit about to get real.
Damn.
Yeah, shit about to get real.
Just because you popped on somebody.
Yeah, and like I had a warrant in Bucks County for some old shit.
That's why I'm about to ask you, what's the Bucks County connection?
Bucks County gonna say holding like I'm a fucking fugitive.
You wouldn't even think they'd be able to reach them like that.
I didn't even know fucking Puerto Rico was part of the United States until I got locked the fuck up.
Yo, you hilarious.
I'm like, what? I was mad, and then the fucking PO, I completed the probation. The PO never fucking signed off on the probation, so it's like I'm absconded. It got me as a fucking fugitive. They had me on the airplane like Harrison fucking Ford, bro. Like,
this shit is amazing.
They walked me on the plane first. The first time I ever got walked on the plane first, I was fucking handcuffed. The fuck?
No, but so you learned a lot about traveling that day. You can't just be popping on niggas. You wasn't in the hood.
Well, he was drunk. We on ball water everywhere. Everybody. The fuck is you doing, bro? Like, it's 3 a.m.
Yo, that's wild. So you get out, you call your brother, you get home, and then what?
I had to make a choice.
Do you still have a case over there when you get home, or everything is absolved?
No. So when I come from Puerto Rico, I gotta do 8 months in Bucks County, the men's center joint. But that was the fucking sweetest 8 months I've ever been locked the fuck up. Cause I just came out of Bayamon 705. Yeah. So like I'm in a fucking boys camp right here, bro. Like all y'all telling on each other in here. So like just stay the fuck away from me. Put me on my red little block and I'm getting the fuck out of here. So I had my feet up for 8 months and just came home, but the whole time I was planning. Planning. I met a guy in there named Jordan. I don't know what the fuck he at now. But hustling ass youngin. Fast talker. And he had introduced me into the gas and electric market. Because he was telling me like, yo, what do you go, like how much money he was making on the block? And we was telling stories. He was like, y'all niggas is dumb. Y'all doing all that shit and I'm making this with electric bills. I'm like, what? And then when I got out, he's in the jail. I was looking out for him. So he said, when I get out, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna show you how to do this shit. I was over on Kensington, on Emerald and Sayoo. I never forget it. October, bomb on me, 300 worth of gas, and he pull up in his fucking soccer mom van. He like, get in. I'm like, I'm trapped. And he like, how much you got? I'm like, 300. The nigga give me the 300. Come on. He take me over the bridge. He's like, I'm about to show you how to make $300 in an hour. That motherfucker jumped out that car. That bitch made $300 in an hour. Gave me another bean and said, I'll see you at work tomorrow.
I heard that.
And I've been crushing Mason.
With the same thing?
Oh no, I took it to another level. Man.
All right.
I took it to another level.
So how did you lose contact with Jordan?
Jail.
He went back.
Yeah, I went back. He went back.
Niggas is making $300 an hour.
Yeah.
And
like,
try to turn it into $1 million.
Yeah, because like people still had them ways in them, and like I had to learn a lot of shit. Cause you make that shit, you blow that shit same time. Boom. Trick right off. Boom.
Yep.
Day in and day out, you on this dumbass treadmill. But without no guidance, nobody was telling this shit. They was letting us crash out. We buying coke, selling coke, wet, all this shit. Yeah, we trying to double the double. We trying to shortcut the shortcut. Not knowing we don't even need to.
That's crazy. So you went back again for what?
I think it's like another FTA, failure to appear. Now, but this time it wasn't my fault, right? So when I got in there, now you see the judge on the drum. The judge actually aggravated, like, yo, this man just had an issue similar, like, and I was on my way to work this time, shit. The judge, like, you know what? What we gonna do is, you don't have to do no jail time. Ain't paying no fines, none of that. Sorry for if I'd have knew better, I'd have sued their ass. This is our fault, whatever. It's let me, and I was out of there. And then I said I'm not going to jail no more.
I knew that was coming. Yeah. So I said I'm never coming back.
Yeah, I ain't going to jail no more.
So like, but at this point, you got a bunch of shit going on your jacket. So like transitioning ain't gonna be sweet
at all.
Like, did you come home and had to bum it for a minute?
Yes, absolutely. Walmart be fucking drawn, right? Shout out to Walmart. Y'all, that joint on the boulevard be drawn. I tried to work there, and they had me on some nut shit, like put all these boxes at the top. I'm not doing that. I might have worked at Walmart for 7 minutes. Walked straight out of there. The shorty that I was messing with at the time, she told me to go work at Taco Bell. I said, what? She said, yeah, you need to go get a fucking job. Go take your ass to Taco Bell. I said, I'm not like making no nacho grandes. That's not what I'm doing. That's really not what I'm doing.
Not about to be the nacho.
But I did go down. I went through the training and all. And, inside of me, like, I'm not going to do this. So, like, I'm just lying to myself. So, I got hired, but I never went. I went to the block, and my stupid ass got shot.
These signs are just flying around at this point.
So after I get shot, I asked my son, do you know why I got shot? Because he came up to the hospital. And then his answer was like unreal. He like, yeah, because they were scared of y'all, so they shot y'all. They didn't fight y'all, so they shot y'all. And he was like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, this shit is not okay.
Right.
Like, you like 8, nigga.
Man.
What do you mean it's okay?
Yeah, that'll make your stomach drop.
Yeah, and I knew then, like, yo, this ain't it. I gotta do something. I have to do something now.
For the miles of babes, bro.
Yeah, I gotta do something now, because if not, I'm not the. Shout out to the guys that can do it, but I'm not the $10 boys. We no. We done robbed your whole store, sir. So I ain't gonna play myself. Like, so, I just started building a company.
And the company is
350 Pressure Marketing,
which consists of.
We are solar, gas, and electric dealers throughout the whole tri-state area. #1 in Philadelphia, Delaware, and Jersey. #2 in Baltimore, and we coming to Miami too. I got my little cousin already in Miami.
I was about to ask, how do we skip straight to Miami? Yeah. But all right.
That's my little cousin already in Miami.
Y'all niggas got excuses.
Shout out to Jaws. He out there holding it down with the home improvement. So the big houses that's in Miami. He got a service that matched the house. So we building out there as we speak.
Yeah, that's a way to set the play up.
Yeah, I got all my people in position. Sister in Baltimore. Well, brother in Baltimore and sister getting trained in Baltimore for the upstate New York transition. Cousin in Miami. Me in Philadelphia. My other two guys, they gonna go to Washington, and then after Washington, we all link. It's all good. So now nobody falls off. That's generations. Y'all good. And while y'all learning this, I'm gonna be learning another product, and I'm gonna do it again. Multiply it twice this time.
That's heavy. Now, how long you had the company?
7 months, but I've been building for 7 years.
So 7 years prep.
It took me 7 months to actually kick it off.
Dope. And you already talk about going upstate New York and going to Miami.
Yeah.
And you said y'all just got back from a work trip.
Vegas was out of control. And we stayed at the
How do you call that a
Aria.
work trip?
16
Y'all
men.
stayed at Aria?
Yeah.
Nice.
16 men that bust their ass day in and day out. They do their job very, very well. Shout out to them. Because without them, this shit wouldn't even be possible.
Don't make no sense.
So
right?
it was like almost due, to give them that. But that 7 days is the best 7 days of my fucking life.
7 days in Vegas.
And I'm damn near 40.
Time.
That was the best 7 days of my life. And I done been to a lot of places.
You ain't punched nobody.
No. And actually, they was on cool shit. Plus, I wasn't going back to jail in Vegas. Learn quick.
When you say never again, it takes something.
Yeah, learn quick. The ass whooping, them ass whoopings that make you not want to go. People be so tough. Oh, it was rumbles, but we gonna be honest. Like I lost majority. Fuck you mean? Like them Nietas, they don't play that shit.
Fuck no, like that shit is still like crazy. I just didn't want to dwell on it because
them Nietas don't play that shit, bro.
But like, I mean, how do you when you say, all right, this is what I'm doing? How do you get 16 men to come on board? Did they already see what you had going on? Did you start a training program? Like, how did you get to 16?
Most of the guys,
because these are all leaders. These are all supervisors,
all managers. Yep,
managers. Okay.
Most of these guys I grew up in the business with.
Okay.
We were taking the same falls together, working for the same type companies. So we grew together. When the pandemic hit, everybody went their separate ways.
Right.
Bad business deals, people thinking people stealing from them, all type of shit. You know how I get when the chips fall. Boom. I stopped talking to my brother. We went through some shit on some back nigga lying to him, all type shit. All right, bet, boom. So right after that, like the business go bad. Then I lose my girl. Boom, we was building her shop in Baltimore. Boom, 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 boom. And as soon as her beauty shop hit, all the stupid shit started happening. So we lose the girl, bang. Right after that, my mom died. Boom.
God bless.
Now, right after that, maybe like 3 months after that, dad died. Boom.
Sheesh.
I'm sitting in this room. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo.
Did you feel like it was you?
No, I just felt like.
But some people put that on themselves.
I'm like, this shit is wild. And I didn't want no friends. I didn't want no one to contact me. It was nothing nobody could say to me at this point because I done lost everything. I'm talking about from $100,000 a year to your account saying, dickhead. Lost everything, and you sit in this room and you barely paying your rent. You got people talking shit. Oh, niggas broke, this and that. You got the females talking shit, and the whole time I'm just playing it.
But you hear all of this shit? Not being in the mix, you still aware of what they say?
Still aware because of the haters. See, one thing haters do, they going broadcast. They going to broadcast all the nut shit. So it's always going to be around. And so I kept my ear to the street. I just ain't in the act. I didn't need to.
Engage, right.
Because one thing you ain't going to do is press me. So we can, like, however you want to do it. But yeah, you can talk us. Yeah, go ahead. And in 7 months, while y'all talking, I'm planning, I'm building, I'm reading, I'm making contacts. And I was up 69th Street. And I'm trying to make this team move out of 69th Street because we didn't have a car. we had caught the train up there to work.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a car. But we from Philly, I don't know where y'all from. So get the fuck from off of this block or we gonna whip y'all ass. So they went and told their manager, short white guy, he's sitting in the BMW. I go over there, I say, yo, they gotta move. Like, ain't nobody playing with y'all. So he like, so what do you do? And I tell him, and I try to recruit him.
Mm-hmm.
And he say, well, listen, I love your passion. He said, but you probably couldn't recruit me. But let me show you what I got for you.
Mm-hmm.
So me being stupid, cocky, dumb, called me about 3 months in. I don't talk to him, answer the phone or nothing, thinking this nigga's crazy. So his partner called me, my fucking Uncle Nick, right? That's Uncle Nick, the Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
He called me and said, hey, bud, listen, I hear you got this team. I hear that y'all was on a train. You shouldn't be working like that by yourself. Come talk to me. Boom. I say, these fucking white people, man, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I get up there. It's history since. Like, he gave me that missing piece. He said, okay, this is, it's good business, it's nigga business, and it's and it's bad business.
Mm-hmm.
I was trained up in a whole lot of bad and nigga business.
Mm-hmm.
So he made it make sense.
Right.
The numbers, the structure. This is, no matter if they're your friends or not, this is how this should be.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you start a company. This is what you need. So then he let me grind it up myself. So it took me 7 months to acquire this shit, the money, the know-how, and then partner. So I had to go get the Dragon Balls, which is the 16 of these niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But you know niggas, we from the show me state. They don't want to hear nothing. Show me a bag, Joe, get the fuck out my face.
Right.
All right, bet. Say no more. I go to work, dog time. I make like 4 bands in a week.
Mm-hmm.
I called the first one. I said, look, that's my sister. Boom, she came. Bang. Now, I show her, boom, boom, boom. She like, hold the fuck up. So then she do it. Boom, boom, boom. She do like 25 in a week. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
She called my brother. My brother said, fuck you. I'm not doing shit with none of y'all. Boom. Cool. Another 2 weeks. Check was like 6,000.
Mm-hmm.
Showing. Boom. Oh, the fuck? Now you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Bring him. Boom. Now the other 2 guys that he brung from Chicago and North Philly,
Mm-hmm.
they were from the company that he worked at.
Mm-hmm.
So he brung them. Boom. And it just all start connecting like dominoes, 2 at a time. But these like managers, these are what these companies want.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't know where to find them at. Y'all got to take this new guy to create this guy, but it's going to take you 3 years to do this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So when I presented an entire company in front of their face, they said, what the fuck?
Mm.
How the fuck did you just do that?
Because, like, my question, and I was letting you talk for a while because you actually kind of steered into where I was going, but I was literally going to ask, if everybody was on the same level doing the same thing for the same type of companies, how does everybody wind up under your umbrella when we already know a motherfucker be like, well, I can do that shit myself. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever have you. But the difference was the man in the BMW giving you the structure, the know-how, and the things that they weren't afforded. So now you're basically training them in a way that they'll be able to do what you're doing.
Exactly.
Right.
In different parts of the state.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just duplicated myself 16 times.
Right.
In 7 months. So what do you tell I'm going to do in the next 7?
I mean, the fact that we do a week in Vegas after 7 months mean that you're doing something the fuck right, bro.
We like, these guys are really the shit. And their training is remarkable. So they got guys that can replace them right now. So it's about duplication.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, show you. Now this solar power, this shit of the future.
Right.
We in there. And we like #1 across the board.
Does the government still have a part in that?
Yes.
They still giving funding and kickbacks and all of that shit?
Yes.
Tax deductions and shit like that? 'Cause
Yes.
That's how you sell it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Ain't no, I knew all that.
Yes. That's the beauty of it.
You ain't know I knew
Backed
that.
by the government.
Yep.
So like, and these boys is, this shit changing their lives. Like, niggas was homeless. Now they live in condos.
I heard that.
Like, niggas wasn't driving. Now they got Beamers and shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's unbelievable. Like, the bull came from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Broke his shit when he got here.
The OG that you spoke to, your uncle, or
his folks.
Okay.
Broke his shit. He grind out a year. That boy live in the biggest condo downtown, the fucking 29th floor. He look over the city. He ain't even from here. Work ethic is of a monster.
I heard that.
So like they out here.
How does that feel though? To be able to direct traffic that way, to be able to do that for people, like, because initially we want to be self-sustainable. We hope to be able to build a team, to be able to put a team together, and to pick the right people off back. You know what I mean? At least for this phase, and then have success and see them transition in a small amount of time. Like, man, you damn near P Diddy.
Like a lot of these, like I said, we grew together. So like I knew a lot of shit that a lot of these other trainers didn't know, like they personal issues, like what was really going on with them, because people only see dollar signs.
So you can provide balance.
Yeah, and I'm really going to find out what's wrong with you, because I really give a fuck about my team. I'm not giving about no check.
That's the part that's similar to running the block, though.
Exactly.
Everybody not there for the same purpose.
Yeah, so once you build that camaraderie like that, that shit airtight. They know what's up with me. They know from the beginning to end, because they seen me do it. They seen my struggle. I didn't hide it. You know, people, hide it. No, I didn't hide it. I put my shit out there. Yeah, I'm fucked up, y'all. This is what's going on, y'all. But watch this, though.
But, like, don't that do something for you, too? Like it's something about knowing that you can get back. Even like as a hustler, like one thing that hustlers pride themselves for, and I'm not saying drug dealers for a specific reason, because hustling ain't drug dealing, but like a hustler always knows like you can get it again, you can do it again. You know what I mean? If you ever been sat down before, you know that if you had $1 million in the bank and they asked you for $900,000 to get out, you would give them that shit because you know you could get back, rather than sitting still and just watching that shit disappear any motherfucker way.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
so
shit.
Like there's something to just dealing with the fact that I'm where I'm at. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna be here forever. And I'm gonna figure it out. And then figuring it out. Like it's so much in that I think that you shouldn't take for granted. I don't know if you do or don't.
No, I don't.
It's a lot because we don't know how we inspire others.
Facts.
I'll tell a story about I used to be at the basketball court and I'm tearing them up, doing every little thing under the sun. I'm middleman in all types of situations and just taxing and doing pretty decent. So I'm throwing parties all the time. I got club nights once a week, Old City, Delaware Ave, all this shit. I'm young, early 20s. And at a certain point, I decided to make certain changes, and I was in my fallback period. Like I was still going to the courts, but I wasn't promoting nothing. I wasn't throwing pizza parties for the basketball players and shit. You know, little shit you do when everybody outside. I wasn't doing that shit anymore. I was just chilling and smoking and drinking, hooping, whatever. And somebody came up and he was like, "Yo, you alright?" And I'm like, "I'm good." And he like, "You sure?" I'm like, "I'm good." And I had money. Like I wasn't broke. I do a good job of stacking when I'm in the mix. You know what I mean? Right. So like I literally had bought myself a grace period to just figure out my next move. And he's like, "I'm just so used to you doing this, that, and the third." And they used to boost me. They used to bring me in. He telling me all of that. And I'm like, just know that I'm good. And when you see my next move, it's going to make sense. You see what I'm saying? And that's whoever is interested, whoever shows interest and care about my situation when they think that I'm not doing what they think I'm supposed to be doing, just trust that I know how to turn a corner. I've been around a few blocks and everything don't exist on one street.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
But he was talking about how his energy reflected off of my energy. You know what I mean? That was his thing. He was kind of being selfish, but not really, because he was interested and he asked me. But we gotta realize, like, when we are down, we gotta show motherfuckers how to be down with grace. You ever been broke before? You know, you went through your phones, nigga, over $20, nigga, over $100.
Need it.
You start talking crazy, over $20.
Yeah, need it.
Get back up and be like, "Yo, I can't believe I acted like that." I just
acting like that. Damn.
You never want to be that guy again. You gotta teach people how to do it with grace. So I think that like that 350 pressure shit real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a real thing, because you just said a whole lot. You still a young man. Like
some of these guys was homeless. Like one time I had to have my whole team sleep on my floor because like we had got evicted out of the spot we was in because the company that we was working for wasn't paying the rent. So we came home from work and all our shit was in the street. Like everything, beds and
like y'all was on some Section 8 shit.
No, so the company that we was working for at the time.
No, I'm not saying y'all were, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody was renting a room in this duplex from this company.
Mm-hmm.
So they were taking money out of our checks for us to live, and they wasn't paying the rent.
Right.
So we come home to fuck from work, and all our shit in the street, and everybody they break. You can see they spirit break in the street. And as I'm standing there in the rain, I'm like, what the fuck is you about to do? Inside of me, I want to feel like them. So I go over to the pile. I get my book bag. I get my favorite shoes. Mm-hmm. I get my little blazer. Mm-hmm. I got my knife and my brush. I zip my bag up. And I say, yo, get y'all shit. And we gonna figure this shit out. So as I got my shit, everybody start picking up what they could carry. Mm-hmm. So we walking down Broad Street, back to the office. Mm-hmm. And I open the office up. Oh, we sleeping in here as we figure it out. So we slept in the office. Nobody even knew. Like, we slept in the office for like 2 days.
That's crazy.
Before we had the money I had to get paid to get the hotel room. So we lived in a hotel for about 30 days. 2 rooms, like I want to say like 11 agents, like just rotating, niggas staying with chicks or whatever the case. Yeah. And then I had found a duplex. Mm-hmm. And when I found the duplex over there on Bouvier Street, I put all them up in a duplex. All y'all got your own shit. And the manager's upstairs, everybody else downstairs. Like, my team was really down for me like that. Like, they knew I had it.
Nigga, movies been made off of less.
Like, they knew I had it. Like, real shit. Like, they'll tell you. Like, that's what they was telling you.
But you literally a leader of men.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, that fool and shit, I think, like, no. Fuck out of here. Like, they say what the baby's gonna do. That crying shit. My mom left when I was like 17. I graduated high school. I had a decision. She said, you want to come down south and live, or you stay here? I just graduated. I'm not the fuck going with you. Like, I've been up on my own since 17. So my older brother, shout out to him, like, when he introduced me to the street, he ruled with an iron fist. Structure was a thing. Like, even when I was fucking up, I had 50 bundles. He'd be like, Drew, what the fuck is you doing? I'm around there asleep, the bitches. He like, no, this ain't work.
That's
like
not,
this.
Nah.
So, like, shout out to him and, like, showing me how to hustle, making me stand on the shit that I do. So I had to learn that shit the hard way through him, because he only knew how to be a big brother from what he knew. Because ain't nobody show his ass either.
So between the streets under your brother and this white man in the BMW, you got all the shit niggas get from the army.
Shit.
Problem solving. You need it in life. But it's funny, like, we learn how we learn, right? And motherfuckers bump their head. That's why we don't judge people, because life is about living, right? And what you do with adversity and what you do through adversity, and ultimately your legacy is based on what you do for others. So, like, to this point, you got 16 people staff. We talking about expansion, which means we're gonna be around 20 something managers very soon, right? What is the part where you say, all right, well, another pivot? Because you say you're trying to figure out your next move now. What does that look like? Like, what does that have to include in order for you to say this is valuable?
I'm actually working with my guy with this telecommunication thing. You know, for felons that come home and need to work ASAP, you can get paid every day. You will have funds available, car, house, comp, all that every day. So I'm working on the telecommunication joint
major
right now. And I build fast. Like, if everybody that know me will tell you, I can build a team.
I'm listening to the
like,
story.
I can build a team. Like, how much you need? Give me 2 weeks. Cause I'm gonna go find them. I'm not an internet guy. I still put feet to payment.
Yeah.
I want to know that pain. I hire at nighttime. All the broke people outside at night. I don't even like hiring niggas in the daytime.
Say that again.
All the broke people outside at night. Think about it. Who in the clubs and the bars front?
Yeah.
It's at the nighttime. So you try to look like you somebody at night all the time. Nobody give a fuck for real though. But I hire most at night though.
I've had a lot. Like I always tell people, I've had a lot of good business conversations in bars.
Yeah. At night, and then people tell you the truth. I'm fucked up. That liquor get to talking. and then, you know, I've hired people in strip clubs that's now managers. I've hired bums off the street. Shout out to Andrew. Like,
what's your Baltimore connection? Where does Baltimore come into the play? Just your girlfriend that you had out there?
No, so
because I went to Morgan State, so I've been out there for.
My business partner Mac, shout out to Vinny Mac. He an old business partner of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He taught me a lot of the game.
Mm-hmm.
He introduced us to Baltimore. Boom. So we get out in Baltimore and he introduces us to Baltimore. He like, this is the same thing as Philadelphia almost. He said, but you know,
North and West Philly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He said, move how y'all move, but we won't get the money. So I was out there for about 3 years. And just learning and shit like that. And then I said, fuck this. I can do this myself. I called my brother like, yo, you about to duplicate me in Baltimore. That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't no line. It's like, we about to come take this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we just opened up shop in downtown Baltimore. And we just started taking shit. Like,
that's why they hate us.
Like, what?
That's why they hate us.
Yeah.
I was just out there for the Afram Festival, the Black the Juneteenth joint, and it was like, you Philly motherfuckers come down here and take all our women.
Yeah.
And he was about to say the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the traffic.
Yeah, we about to tear Baltimore the fuck up. Like my little brother already. Shout out to him. You on 95. He 15 minutes away.
I'm about to say he be here in a minute.
He tearing Baltimore the fuck up. So like he was my special project. Like my little brother, like, cause he had a lot going on. Yo. The door open.
About to be open.
He had a lot going on. Yeah, broke his ankle. And I mean, shout out to Boot. When you don't know Boot. Boot like one of the hardest motherfuckers I've ever seen work. See, people be talking about these guys that's so tough that'll beat your ass and all that. Yeah, that's cool. You a good fighter.
You talk about work.
Grind. Listen, his ankle was broke, my guy. He had it. You know the soft boot they give you, the fucking sock. It was midwinter, snow on the ground. He's dragging his fucking boot through the snow working, bro. His feet used to be blue. Coming home, he got to elevate his foot. His foot is damn near blue.
It's like you about to lose it.
Yeah, and every day he had rods in his ankle. He will get up and drag this motherfucking boot. This man outrode a whole office with a boot on his foot.
Yeah.
I said, that's my business partner for life.
For life.
That's my partner for life.
Real shit.
And he been boot ever since. And
it's a respect thing. But it's crazy because I know somebody like that. And it's a street dude, but I know somebody that came home and walked to his players. And we was uptown. Everybody far as shit. And they would wait on him. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first thing. Like, yo, they waiting on this motherfucker, right? But we, multiple cars, we ride past him 2-3 times switching cars. Yo, you want to ride, bro? Come on. I'll drop you at the joint. You walk back, whatever you want. He wouldn't take a ride from nobody. Hopped out in the Lex. Upgraded to an AA. Started doing construction. You know what I mean? Like, just watched him do it. Not accepting no handouts, not a ride. And I'm talking about snowy days, the iciest of days. And he walking around looking unassuming at that. You know what I mean? Like, you would just think he was just walking to the corner store. Because there's nothing about him that looks like he's uncomfortable.
That nigga really Conan.
Tan ass.
He really Conan.
Tan ass up. And I got another homie that used to ride a bike in the snow and get to it. Like,
damn. Shout out to him.
Time out. Come on, bro. Get in here, man.
You should have brought your weed.
Yeah, so speaking of, you want to introduce our new guest?
Boo. This is the little bro.
Like I was just saying, right before we got back on camera, you walked in damn near during your introduction. He was talking about you in the best of ways while you was parking. You know what I mean? That's an energy thing. I believe that's an energy thing. But how you feel today, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. You know, I'm getting back in the groove, man.
I appreciate you hitting the highway to be here. We talked to you a minute ago. You was on 95 fighting
Top
traffic.
driver.
Yeah, man. If it wasn't for traffic, I probably got here sooner. But you know, I made it safe.
What made it so important to be here, man?
It's the principle.
Mm.
So, like, what I mean by it's the principle, it's just like, all right, cool. Like, it's just show up. That's it. Because when somebody show up for you, you're supposed to show up for them.
Talk about it.
So it's
I like
not
that.
like a type thing like, oh, I could have stayed back in Baltimore. He told me to stay back. I said, no, I'm gonna come.
And you ain't even know if you was gonna be on camera or not.
Yeah, at
You
all.
ain't no plans
I
on
was
being
just
on
gonna
camera.
come.
Right.
That was it. So it was just like, all right, cool. Like, he said he's gonna do the podcast. He told me yesterday. I had to go back home, handle the business, and then came back, and then probably drive back tomorrow morning, later on the night.
All right. So speaking of that, let's talk about your day today. You woke up what time today?
I woke up about like 7:38.
7:38. It's a
Yeah.
good time. What did you do?
Went to the office, ran a meeting. After the meeting, got out to the field, went to the field for like 2 or 3 hours, put a couple of bills, then drove out.
Sound like movement to me,
Yup,
yo.
a lot of motion.
Now, we was discussing one, how the hell did you wind up with a boot on your foot, man?
So,
Yes, I knew it.
Oh,
knew it.
you about
you-
to fucking
All right.
die.
What'd you say? I always know the question.
Yes, yes. You
all right,
about
so
to
listen.
die laughing.
Cause you
honest
skipped over
truth
that.
the honest truth, I was in
This
using
thing
skate, it
roll
was a skate
bounce.
party, like a skate party for my cousin. We all went out. So like, you know how when you about to just leave, like you about to get off the joint and you just push off. I guess my legs gave it out on me. My right leg went forward.
Pulled the
My-
Rick Ross.
Listen,
Yes.
my right leg came this way. My back leg went backwards. My left leg went backwards, and my body went backwards.
Oh
So then
shit.
when my body went backwards, my leg snapped from under me, and when it snapped, I felt it. I just knew. It wasn't
Man.
like I tried to gas. I felt the snap. Like it was
Bro.
like
I want
like,
to know
oh,
who
shit.
I
told
tore
him
my
it was
ACL before,
okay
so I know what you're talking about.
to lace them skates up.
Bro, I went to a skate party. Shout out to Human Barbie. I went to Barbie. She celebrated her birthday at a skate joint out Camden. I shot out there, and they make you sign these waivers
Yup.
and shit.
you talking about what's that shit called? Because that's where I fucked my shit up at, right over the bridge, right?
Yeah, it's right over the bridge.
I know
It takes
exactly what you're
5
talking
minutes
about.
over the bridge.
I forgot what that shit called.
Yeah,
Thunder
Rolling
Lanes.
Thunder or
Shut up.
something? Is that
Thunder
what-
Lanes.
Thunder. No,
Thunder
Rolling
Lane, some shit.
Thunder.
No, it's not Rolling
No.
Thunder. That's up on
It's,
the bullet.
yeah,
It's right
something.
over. It's like,
Man, I forget.
but
but
that's where I
I'm in the line the whole time, like, I ain't fucking around, man. And you know what I mean? It looked fun. And all I keep thinking about is I was decent 30 years ago on skates. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I can't bounce and bend like I used to.
I'm not letting him get on no roller
I'm like,
skates.
no. And mind you,
I know how to skate.
it was a vibe out there. But I'm also watching motherfuckers fly through that shit like bowling pins, just speed skating backwards and shit. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, that's all it's gonna take for the ball. I'll be doing everything I'm supposed to. I might be holding the wall. One of them niggas clip me.
It's over.
I won't be filming nothing for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting up there perked up. But so from the time that you wound up getting the boot to the time that you had to get back on your feet, what was that like? Like when we talking about you huffing it and locking in business.
Talking about with the cast on my foot.
Yeah.
It was hell.
First time
How
you
many-
got to my house with the boot on.
Oh yeah, let's go. I skipped something.
So all right, well,
I got a fucking attitude.
I had a cast on
You
my
still
foot.
got an attitude,
Yeah,
nigga.
because I had a cast on my foot, and it was on my foot for like from April to like August. From April to August, and when I got my boot on the first day.
No, I'm good, bro. Go ahead. I got
Oh,
mine.
sure.
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all got
When I had got my boot on my foot, he came and got me like the very next day, and it was so funny because I had got my boot on my foot like 3 days after my birthday.
Oh.
So because my birthday is actually coming up, it's actually next Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Appreciate it. So it was like, all right, cool. When he came and got me, he was like, your foot don't fucking hurt. I said, how you gonna tell me? They tell me still walk with the crutches. So I'm walking with the crutches, but the shit is like, you got me fucked up. I've been using these crutches all this time. I left the crutches alone and I started walking on my foot, and then ever since then it was just like
They don't want you to put the pressure on the foot with the boot, but the crutches just make shit more awkward, yo.
Yeah.
It makes you move slower. This part of your arms be hurting and shit.
all that shit. So
Like, it's just dumb.
when they get,
You gotta get on a bus, you gotta move the crutches around people.
all that shit. So
But
once they gave me the boot, it was like, all right, cool. I can get back to work now. It wasn't like,
Was you sick of sitting still too?
yes.
Being on your
I
ass
hate
is a
sit-
bitch,
I
bro.
hate sitting still. I don't even like to sit still now, and I'm able to walk. Like, it's just like, it's something about like when I was just in that joint, I'm like, you know what? If I ever go through anything like this again, I'm going to make sure I have money coming. I'm super to make sure.
You ever know when something wrong with a kid or with an animal? You ever seen an active kid and then you go get them from daycare or school? They spare it. You like, what the fuck? Or your dog usually hype as shit, and then all of a sudden he just this nigga hype as shit all the time. His shit broke. I'm looking like, where the fuck is my? Where he at? Nah, fuck this
You was
cash
sick.
shit. Yeah, fuck this cash
Bro,
shit.
this shit traumatized him, yo. You know what you did to him when you broke this shit?
Get your ass up,
No, that
nigga.
sounds crazy.
Listen,
You
right?
know what you did to
The
him
thing
when you
about it-
broke your
The
shit?
thing about it is though, right? I knew then he was like still like.
Get your
See, this
ass
was
up.
years ago. So we was still on the up and coming, to be honest with you. So he
Right.
was still running his business.
Right.
So I can't be mad because he wasn't able to be there every single day.
Right.
When I was able to be more, he came and got me and made sure I was good.
So you said it was right before your right before your
Like,
birthday,
right
after your
after-
birthday,
right
when
after
you
my
got hurt.
birthday.
So what's the significance of that? Y'all went and got some drinks.
Yeah. He came in, we went to the bar, got fucked up, man.
With the boot on.
With the boot on. I'm like, yo, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna walk. I'm
Now
gonna
you
get outta here, though.
stumbling with the boot. You dragging the boot.
And I'm dragging the boot, and then and what ended up happening was I started working, and then I went to to one of my appointments. He was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "What you mean? What am I doing?"
It was snow outside.
It was snow. It was like snowing outside.
was
So he's like,
snow
"Are
on the
you working
ground.
or something like that?" He was like, "Cause whatever you doing, it's like keep doing it, cause it's
helping.
it's
stronger.
getting stronger
It's getting
back
stronger.
quicker than we expected." I was like, "I just work. I do door to door. I didn't go to therapy or nothing like that. They just gave me the
Well,
job and
that's
I
therapy.
kept pushing."
That's therapy.
That was my therapy. Yeah.
And it take will. Like, see, therapy is to keep you on a workout regimen, to make you keep getting stronger on a regular pace, and to have somebody there to monitor that, right?
Yep.
But if you would go hard, like if you was a physical, like if you train people,
Yeah.
and then you got hurt, you could train yourself back
So
because you gonna stick to something that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Especially something that's more than the average person would do. If you go to physical therapy, the first thing that they try to gauge is how active you were before you got hurt. Because they're not trying to get you to go back in the NBA. They trying to get you back to where you was at. You see what I'm saying? So you did it yourself.
So,
You did
yeah, I was about to
physical
say I
therapy.
definitely did. And then it was like just when it was just like the move to get back. And then it was like, yeah, of course I went through the pain.
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah. My shit was hurting.
He said this shit was blue.
My shit was, yes, it was purple. Like the shit, I had to go and used to sit my feet up after the field. My leg was this big after I came off the field every day.
I had a doctor.
And then people used to be like, well, what are you doing? How are you doing? Like, I don't know what
But
y'all
see,
niggas
that's
is doing.
gangster shit to me.
No, that's hard.
That's hard.
That's hard. But I had a doctor take an ace bandage off me and say, ooh. Like a specialist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you
Damn.
supposed to make me feel better about this shit.
Oh, your
That's
shit.
what his shit sound like. Like,
It was
bad,
like that.
yo.
It was bad. I'm
like it
not
look
gonna
bad
lie.
to people that's used to seeing that kind of shit.
Right, because it was like the type thing, like, guys, and people they was asking me, they was like, how you doing it? I said, there's no secret to it. I just work.
You're not a little guy, so you put
At
a
all.
lot of pressure
On it, yeah.
on
Ask
everything.
thing.
Because you also you favoring it a little bit, so you didn't feel pain. You gotta feel pain in other parts of your body too. It's not just your foot no more, because you want feet, so your back start hurting.
We were sitting in the living room.
Your
His
hips
feet is
start
up on the pillows. And that's when he first got there. I said, listen, do you want your foot to hurt broke? Or you want your foot to hurt getting this money? He said, you got me fucked up anyway. Because I ain't never told you I wasn't going to work. I ain't said shit else to him after that. That was the response.
No, that's
No,
the kind of
listen.
you got me fucked up that I want to hear.
Because listen, right?
Because
let me
niggas is
tell
quick
you,
to tell you got them fucked up.
But see,
what we talking about?
what we
though?
talking about?
You worry about the wrong shit. We talk about LeBron, nigga. Let's get the brass tacks and
Let me
let me
tell
hear
you
you
something.
fucked up about
And let me
something.
tell you something funny about that. Right? When
I was fucked up.
when I first came back,
I fuck
they
with
was trying to
y'all,
put me
y'all funny
on
as
some
shit.
shit called tabletop, right? So tabletop is that you
gotta
sit
sit
there and you gotta let the people come to you. I said, bro.
When I got here at work, they put me in the office with the old ladies,
I
bro.
told him, I said, you got me. I said, listen, right? I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna see how it go for a week. When I didn't make no money, I said I'm going back to the doors. They said, well, how you going? I was in the office. I was sitting because you're not supposed to sit in the office. This is the goddamn honest truth. We'd be in the office. I'll be sitting in the chair in the office, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when we go out to the field, I am working as if I never even sat down.
You see Home Alone?
Yeah.
Remember when the white man with the trash can that? That's how he was in the snow. You hear it.
You can hear that.
Cause I'm working with us. Like, here come boot. How many you got? 6. Damn. But my foot, it hurt. He never complained.
You ain't take nothing?
No.
Weed. A lot of fucking weed in Telesport.
When I got my surgery, they gave me perks.
They
gave
did
me fives.
They gave me 5s too. But I'm not the type of person to pop pills.
But I took them for 3 days because it was that real. By the 3rd or the 4th day, I couldn't keep them down. Like, my body don't do well with pills. I was probably like you.
I was using Tylenol.
But that's how you knew my body didn't need it anymore either. Because when I needed it, I was able to keep it down.
Right.
Type shit.
Yep.
Weed and Telesport.
I was, and that was another reason I wasn't taking my pills too. Like, if I'm gonna throw up, I might as well be drinking and smoking. Like, what the fuck we doing? Like, I was throwing spades parties right now. I can't go nowhere. Y'all come to the crib.
Oh, you play spades? We get into that.
Oh, yes,
we really get into that.
Yes, we do.
Don't talk that cool shit
We
to me.
get into that.
We do that.
I went to the Spades
nice
University of the World, and it's a high school known as Engineering and Science.
But you know, I'm mixed. I'm half black, half nigga.
I let her play down south.
So you know,
everybody got their claim to fame. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Ain't that how it be though? Niggas be like, I come from generations of spades players, man. We been smacking cards since cards was fucking plastic.
Pop all of them. Whole family, you hear me?
No, that's dope. Like, one thing that I got from y'all when I met y'all was your energy and your connection. I'm getting more about the background to your story together, and it's definitely dope as hell. Because the two of you even carry yourselves differently. But there's no big I and little you in your situation. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I speak about often and on this platform and others is that, like, we're from a generation in an era where, like, you can't gauge who nobody is and what they do by looking at them no more. You gotta really dig into what this motherfucker into. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from when businessmen had briefcases. Now they got big ass 350 pressure chains on. You know what I'm saying? And just keep rolling tees on. Like, it's different. But motherfuckers is making the same thing them briefcase boys was making and not spending $2,000 on a suit.
I had to tell them, like, cause you know my partner's white.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to tell them, I said, listen, right? It's funny how I'll tell you something and you act like you hear it.
Mm-hmm.
The white guy tell you something. It's imperative. I'm the one paying the bills, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
This is a partner.
Brass tacks.
So they like, huh? What I'm saying is, I'm the same white man that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't do what you just said. All the briefcase for what? I don't need to do that shit. Paperwork right, the team good. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Let's get it.
I did it in music. We was representing the artists. And it's kind of overstated at this point, so I ain't gonna say who. I'll tell y'all later. But we used to go to the meetings, music attorneys and all of that. And my man, the producer and the owner of the situation, he would wear a suit. My own girl side, she would wear her own business attire, and I would come fresh out the shower, looking a little better than I look on the block, but for a reason. You see what I'm saying? I knew they was coming to handle business. I'm not even a blemish. I don't even look like a rapper. And I handle a lot of shit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to even talk until I'm called on. But at some point, I got to be able to go on these meetings like me.
And be regular.
I got to, yo. Because I'm not even going to talk the same if I look at the thing as something different. You know, when it's not really that. And they playing with us a lot of the times, too.
You know why I'm so always the way that I am? Like 7 years ago, I promised him that he was going to be in the seat that he in.
Everything about you is 7.
I didn't know that I was going to do it. I didn't know that I was going to have the brain capacity to figure this shit out. But I knew that I was going to put him in a seat to be a boss.
Why you promise him?
Because, Boot, Boot showed dedication. Boot showed heart. Boot fuck all that tough shit. He never complained. Everybody else complaining. He got one fucking foot and he over 250 pounds. But he outworking you motherfuckers. I'm looking at the Rocky story in front of my face. And he's black and he's fat. And I don't know him. But I love this shit though.
What?
And I'm working next to him seeing this shit. And even though I see the hurt in his eyes, he outwrote the whole fucking office with a boot on.
No, that's fucking phenomenal.
I do.
That's phenomenal. Matter of fact, give a round of applause.
So I said, you know what? Rock with me, and I promise I'm gonna get you in the seat that you need to be in.
So how was Vegas?
Vegas.
Yo, y'all are funny as shit together. Yo.
Die.
Yo, this nigga almost walked off the set. He had too much fun.
Die.
I'm gonna just say this, right? Vegas.
You was out there with Ginger, though.
I was out there with everything.
Ginger, Sally, Megan,
Kayla, everybody.
What does it feel like though to be like, you know, that's a notch on the timeline of y'all business, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That shows a sense of accomplishment of like what y'all built towards and where it could go from there, right?
Definitely. And the thing about that is, right, it's just like, of course, you know, some people, we know that we're going to leave Philly. Some people think they is, some people think they not, some people do, some people don't. That's just the truth, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like, for me, I've always been like traveling. Like I've been in and out of Philly like during my whole entire life. But it's like certain things, like that experience in the Vegas that happened with him was a different experience.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Because
it's a completely different thing. But go ahead and talk about it.
Because it's like when somebody promise you something, right? So the truth is, like, he promised me, he told me, he said he's gonna put me in the seat.
You believe him?
I believed in it.
I believe that.
I believed in it.
I believe that.
And I told him, I said, you gonna put me in the seat, I'm gonna make sure that you ain't gotta go to the field.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
I'm gonna make sure you ain't gotta go to the field.
Yeah, rapper. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say this. He made thousands without having to touch the field. Not hundreds, thousands. And we not talking about little thousands.
Just like when they told Hov he could put his feet up.
Exactly. I said, bro, don't worry about it, I got it. And he said that first time I said it, he had to come back out. Second time I said it, when that third time when I said it, this go around, he said, I don't know what, he's like, I don't know what it was, but I just knew that you had it.
He stood on it. He stood on it.
You figured out what it was?
It was the sense that, to be honest, he's the big brother. You know, when this is not my blood brother, but blood can't make us no thicker.
I heard that.
And in his family, he's the big brother. His big cousin died. That's the guy he wear on his neck.
God bless.
He not going he hate being a disappointment. You can just tell how his energy is. Like, you know that kid that you ain't gotta beat? You would just be like, yo, what the fuck? And he'd be like, fuck. But as a grown man,
kid that you can send to get the other ones, kind of
he got tired of feeling like that. Like getting right there and then losing. And then you can see it in work ethic in his eyes, the shit, because he snaps out like a motherfucker. So when he snap out, the shit that he say that I pay attention to.
So you got temper. I thought that about you when I first met you, bro. So I'm like, he's not like, you're jovial, you a decent dude, but I'm like, no, he's a fucking savage.
Yes.
No bullshit. I got savage from him.
I gotta listen and shit and all that. So as I was doing that, you know, I was figuring out, you know, what the fuck his issues were. And I was able to, you know, help, like, let him know, bro, you're not no failure, my nigga, just because we made a couple mistakes.
Nah.
Our game not over. We still in.
Right.
Even with the losses, ain't nobody got more points than us. We are. But he'd take that shit home with him. Like, no, leave that shit in the game. So this time, like, this is the biggest ball I ever passed him. I passed him a fucking office in another state.
Whole state.
And he caught that motherfucker with ease. I said, he got it.
But what's that like? What's the transition like?
He got it.
when he tells you this is your play now and all of that, is it pressure? Is it excitement? What's going on?
Both.
Yeah, I think it's both.
What ways did you work through that, and what was your first steps to making sure that you started off on the right path?
Just to keep the energy that I had when I was in the office with them and taking it away.
Play like you practice, huh?
Yeah, so then
It's crazy.
it's just
Man,
like,
shout out to Dre for getting in your ass when he needed to.
yeah.
Shout out to Drake.
Shout out to
Shout out
Drake.
No,
to
all
Dre.
that shit matters.
Because
Shout out to
I
Dre.
have
All we got is us.
people, like, I have people that get in my ass like, yo, like, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I'm not ever big headed. You get what I'm saying? So if I feel like I'm
People
doing
gotta
something
remind you who you are.
right, so if I feel like I'm doing something right, I gotta call, yo, this is what's going on. So then they'll tell me, well, yeah, this is right, but this is what you're doing that's fucked up and that's wrong. This is what you need to do to get back right.
Which don't make you no less of a boss.
Exactly.
Right.
It's no problem with copying the right. There's no problem with being a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. See what I'm saying?
So those things are
shit.
regular.
That's like within our business is a very big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you pay attention to certain things, the way certain people do certain things, you like, okay, I could take this from this person, I could take that from that person. Now it's like it's on a different level. So
That's every
now
business. It's
when I was able to transition into that
Mhm.
and listening, because I was a very hard-headed person.
Very.
hard-headed person.
Before we made 100,000, we might have paid back 120. No bullshit. Before
Yeah.
we made 100,000, we might have paid the government back 120,000.
Because of mistakes. And I
Not
didn't
listening.
listen. And it's just that simple. And that's
This
that's
story
another
is
thing.
crazy.
And that's another thing too, right? Is because I know that I fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? This is the bullshit. That
I'm
right
not
there.
See,
It ain't gonna be on you again.
it takes. See, the thing about it is, right? It takes a strong individual to know that you fucked up and to be able to help
Stand
you
in
get
front
back
of it.
and to stand on that shit. Like, I did this, man. This is what I know I gotta do to get back.
Absolutely.
Because I know that if this wouldn't have happened, when I sit back and think, see, people sit back and think like, oh no, it wasn't my fault. And when you sit back and you think about that shit, no, that shit was your fault.
Yeah.
You should have did like
The way
that.
I
You should've
train,
did
the
that.
way I teach is everything your fault. Everything
Right.
is your fault. Every fucking thing. Because if you get that in you, that daddy ain't coming, mommy ain't coming, you'll start thinking further down the line. What's gonna happen after I do this? Not versus what happens if I do this. It's no, what happens if I do this after I do that, then what's the outcome? You gotta think like that. Everything. I drill that shit in their head every fucking day.
And it took me
Everything
a while
is
to
your
get it.
fault.
It took me a long time to
From
get
the car ride to the office door is
How
your
old are you?
fault.
28.
Shit makes sense, bro.
It took,
Like,
it took
it
me,
makes sense,
it
bro.
took me a
Most
while to get it.
motherfuckers that's young that go hard are hard headed. It's just the thing is he was going hard at positive shit. You see what I'm saying? He ain't wound
And
up.
then he used to say shit like that. I know
Yeah,
I fucked up.
ain't even- I could be.
You down 30,000. Hey, it's cool, bro, because I know I fucked up.
We gonna get it back.
That's
Yeah.
that. But that's little bro syndrome at a certain point. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that's where the trust is.
We got it back every time, though.
Double.
Every time we got it back.
What was the discipline? What's the punishment for that shit?
Oh, I get like demotions and things like that. I have
Fuck
to
with
get
his
back.
pocket. He love his money. That's his rule. He said if you don't fuck with my money, I'll be the best partner you got. If you fuck with my money, I'm fucking everything up. We live by them rules.
They just legalized recreation. You out there tearing dispensaries up?
No, I'm chilling.
In Vegas, that weed in
It's
Vegas
crazy.
was 37% THC.
What's the shit? What's the shit that y'all?
Planet 13.
I went to Planet 13. I went to Oasis.
What's the weed? What,
I don't even
what's
remember.
popping out there that y'all have?
I don't even remember. I think one we
Bitch.
fixed my vision.
Nigga, like I ain't supposed to be waiting.
Yo,
y'all just
I'm
used
not.
to these.
Yo, I am not making this up. I was in
Oh.
Vegas. I lost my glasses. These are new set of glasses that you see on my
He
face.
lost his
I
glasses.
lost my
This
glasses.
is a Vegas story for sure.
Yes, I lost my glasses. Right.
But mind you, he with the bitches, and he like,
Fuck it.
I lost my glasses. So he with the bitch and can't see.
And now I throw my sunglasses on. Like
He
fuck
threw the
it.
shotties
I
on.
threw the shades right on. Yeah, man. So
Darth
that,
Vader style.
huh?
You Darth Vader now.
Yes,
Now
sir.
she a fucking CNI dog, and she don't even know. She don't even dig it.
Listen, right? I can see.
I
What
swear
I
I
want.
was just thinking something like that. That's funny though.
I can see what I want.
I was
So
thinking
then,
God,
listen, no
he made
bullshit.
it
I
up.
smoked the face. I ain't gonna lie. Down in Vegas, I really ain't smoked no faces like that. This is the first face I smoked while we was in Vegas. So I smoked that shit, and I went back and got in the pool, and it was like everything was clear. Like I had my glasses on. I swear, I'm not making this up, man. I was high as shit.
You know this gonna be a clip, right?
Yo,
How the
Shit.
fuck? No, the funny shit is at that point I'm getting the else to bring back home with me.
We didn't know.
We didn't know. Now we know.
We didn't know.
We didn't
fly
know.
with
No.
You can leave with it.
If we did, that shit would be like.
I'm about to fly out there just to
get
grab.
that
No, I think niggas do that on some real shit.
Just to grab, bro. What
But
you
like-
talking about?
Go for a couple days and come back with the yada na na na.
Yeah, that's
But he spoke to. There was a period in your life where you was frustrated with the ceiling. You know what I mean? With like your opportunities at a certain point based on your work ethic, right?
Mhm.
How has it changed since being a part of the 350 pressure situation, man? Like, what
I mean,
has
he's-
it done for you mentally?
like just being around him, like
Mhm.
because we started 350 pressure together.
No, I understand that.
So like it's just like being around mentally.
Mhm.
It taught me like the lessons. He showed me the lessons that was being taught to me since I was a kid. I put it like that because I've never been a person like from now that I think about it. My dad, my mom was training me to be an entrepreneur when I got older. I just never looked at it like that. But like selling waters, cutting grass, washing cars, little stuff like that made me not really want to work for nobody.
See, this explains
So-
a lot.
It was like, all right, cool. Like I work for people, get fired, man. Fuck y'all. I find something else. So when I found door to door, it was just like, okay, I could do this and I could do that. And then I met him, and then we started working together. And he was showing me like a lot of shit that I would tell him because I would talk to him like we'll have deep talks, and I tell him what's going on and this, that, and third. And then some way somehow he'll find what I said and then bring it to my face into a reality.
Crazy. The crazy thing is, like, I did landscaping for a little bit. I did
That was fun.
a couple summers. You know, you wake up 4 in the morning. Hopefully you done by noon, but you got a pocket full of money. You
See,
know,
I was
you know
waking
what
up
I'm
later than that. That's why I was getting done later.
That's the
than
problem.
Mhm.
I ain't trying to be out there when it's a bean.
It's hot as shit.
You know what I mean? We used to work our way up, but you learn a lot, and you sacrifice a lot, and you already dealing with people and talking to people, and you concerned about the neighbors. It's just little shit. Like you can't just leave that grass everywhere.
Right.
You can't.
You know what I mean? They ain't gonna keep calling you. 'Cause the
definitely,
neighbors gonna complain.
It's
Like
definitely a great
little
it's definitely
shit.
like little shit. And it was so funny because I remember like it was a guy that was around. It was a competition. Like he was cutting grass. He was an older guy, and I'm I'm younger than him. So I noticed the shit that he was doing wrong, and I say you little shit like, yeah, I'll make sure your grass get cleaned up. I'll rake your grass out. This, that, and third. And then I charge him like $5 less, and they went with it every time.
Mm-hmm.
He charged you $25. All right, I charge you $20. I clean the grass up and all that. Oh, you gonna clean the grass up? It's a surprise to y'all. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing, but that's just like with the shit that we do now. You say certain shit, it light their eyes up. You know to tell them to go grab their bill.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the landscaping thing. Cause I was doing door to door before I started doing door to door.
Mm-hmm.
I started off
Mhm.
knocking on doors to get my
That's what I
clientele
mean.
up.
Mhm.
Then once I got my clientele up, I just placed it to everybody being on a Friday. So I knew I had every 2 weeks, and every week I was doing somebody different, but it was constant week after week, week after week.
I watched a grown man. He might have been in his 40s at the time. Walk around with a clean cut gentleman. Always was clean. Never knew. I don't know what situation he was in. He might have just quit a corporate job, right? But he walked around with a lawnmower. Then he pulled up in the truck. Then he pulled up in a newer truck. Now you got a few trucks out there. You know what I mean? And it's like consistency, quality in every field is the whole play. Motherfuckers, like I said early on when you was here, you wasn't. I don't say drug dealers because I only respect hustlers.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Drugs sell they sell boo boo, like she said in Detroit.
Facts,
Like,
though.
you know what I'm saying? Oh,
And
Killer
there's a
Mike
big
said.
difference.
Killer Mike said, couple of my J's told me, like, who you think you is, El Chapo or somebody? We fuck with you because you treat us nice. Everybody got the shit. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's when you find a path that suits you, when you apply that shit in real time and you build, and y'all are building with like-minded individuals and spreading out and doing dope. Like, I think that's fucking dope as hell. Look, I'm gonna give y'all a round of applause for that, man.
Thank you, man.
Make sure everybody got something in their cup we gonna drink before we get off of this pup. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had a great, you good? All right. Had a great time talking with you, brothers.
Definitely had a great time talking with you.
I wish y'all much continued success. If anybody wanted to sign up for your services, where would they go find them at?
The best thing to do is just hit me in my DM at 350 Pressure 6 on Instagram. He gonna give his. The goal is pretty much to teach the youth to work for themselves. By fucking you catch them at 18, by 19, they be damn near millionaires working for themselves on paper, and we got the sauce now. I got 16 individuals with damn near 4 or 5 man teams that have vouched for what I'm saying, and I'm not just saying it. I can show you each one and what they got going on.
16 times 4 or 5. All right.
Like they really doing it.
I ain't doing it.
Different
Look at
cities,
you about to do the math.
different states.
I know the man. What you mean? I'm doing all this.
If you're looking for opportunity and you trying to change your shit for real and you got a work ethic, get with me on Instagram at 350 Pressure 6 or come down to 212. What is that?
Race Street.
212 Race, 5th floor. Ask for Mr. Pressure, man.
That part, man. Well, let's toast to you gentlemen and your continued success, man. And I got one more question for Boots. I got Drake first. Boots, where's the next team trip gonna be at, man? Where you wanna go after Vegas?
Well,
It's crazy you said that because he said he want to be necking on the beach this morning. I got it. I got it on that call, nigga.
Oh. See, now it's another company trip coming up, and we going to the Caribbeans. Where in the Caribbeans we going? I don't.
How many people we taking? How many people we taking? It's supposed to be going double the 16, so we going to take 32. We're going to take 32 people to the Caribbean.
Where you want to go in the Caribbean? What's your idea? You've been traveling since traveling.
See, I've never been out the country, so I don't care. I don't care.
So butt naked at the beach is everything.
It's everything to me. On the beach with the blue, with the clear blue water. Yes, sir.
He going to jail.
Yes,
He's going to jail.
Yep, that's my goal. And to be honest with you, I'll be 30 next year, so I'm planning a out the country trip. I'm just looking at a couple places right now. I probably want to go to like the Bahamas or like Jamaica, Costa Rica, something like that.
And then you gonna go out there and try to sell them some fucking solar.
I'm gonna try to talk to my company. See if they can take y'all so I can videography this whole shit. This whole trip.
Man.
It's on us. Because we sit with Sammie. That shit is on us.
We do that. That shit be crazy.
That's all Kevin.
You'll see a lot of stuff.
We can make movies.
We gonna make a lot of movies.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna bring Sippin' with Sammie with us.
I'll wait. Y'all got a long joint. You know what I'm saying? Long handshake. But no, I appreciate you brothers, man. Like I said, continued success and they gonna see us around each other more anyway. So
definitely,
we gonna figure some shit out, man. Fly shit only, please and thank you. And this is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Mr. Fly shit only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together. Now.
Get it right. 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 Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. I done took a 6-pack on tour. Whole vibe shift from the front door. Shit bit brighter, not the one boy. Talk to me nicely, ain't the one to come for. Ain't the one to stare at. Just speak, never fear that. If you geek, they gon' clear that. And all that guy you talking, can't hear that. Now where's the yak? Who's she? Everywhere smoky, like the movie. Fly day, every day, groovy. She 5 feet away, suddenly groupie. Heat seeking, get off my neck. Whole convo, what we could do next. Put that hot box on ice. I mean respectfully, y'all came to get right, get it right.
Up north, get right. Down south, get right. Midwest, get right. West Coast, get right. Up north, get right. Down south, get right. Midwest, get right. West Coast, get right.
Came to get a check, get lit. I mean drunk, real shit. Raise a bottle if you feel this, or felt it. Coach bench him, he's melting. Your man Sammie a pro, I just drink mo. See my reflection, think mo. Peek around my section, drink mo, drink mo, drink mo, drink floor, drink mo. You know it's time to go when all the bottles flip. Driver pop the trunk, I got another beer. Backwood on my lip and another twist. If they think I'm loco, can't fuck with this. Trouble type, I think they the bubble type. Can't get right if only for one night. If this is life, I be damned if sipping with Sam ain't gonna get right, get right, get right.
Up north, get right. Down south, get right. Midwest, get right. West Coast, get right. Up north, get right. Down south, get right. Midwest, get right. West Coast, get right.